Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Just got done wrapping up the finishing touches on this beauty right here. Hey, this next episode coming to you is brought to you by TryShellShock.com. If you want to support our voice, our channel, go support our company, made right here in the great old US of A. TryShellShock.com. Happy little gun. Well, hey there. I'd like to welcome you back to another episode of How to Paint Like a Feminist. I'm your host, John Ross, and if this is your first time joining us, we'd cordially like to invite you to hop a seat on the next thing smoking down to Guantanamo Bay and watch as we start kicking them out left and right. Hot dog. Next, I'm going to have my handy-dandy Jewish producer run those colors across the bottom of the screen there. We have Hamas green. It actually should be yellow. You get the gist of it. And then we've got the beautiful red, white, and blue of the good old US of A. All right, so now to go ahead and make the proper color of Hamas green, we're going to have to take a little bit of this brown where they say no green exists, and we're going to put a little bit of it right in there. And after we do that, we're just going to take our little brush. We're just going to mix all that green in with that brown. So much green and all that. You don't see any green and any white there, but it's just in the brown. Weird how that works. We're going to go ahead and take our Hamas green, and we're just going to run it down this little canvas right here. And don't forget, we don't have to use any more liquid right privilege because it doesn't actually exist, because it's been debunked, and we no longer practice DEI in this country. Oh, a lot of coping in the comments. A lot of coping in the comments. So we're going to keep going ahead. We're gonna do a little weird thing here. We're gonna make his top half, a little protester, have really big, thick arms and a really skinny lower body. So it's kind of doesn't really make any sense. They're kind of obese on the top and skinny down. Just a mixture, a representation of just how a lot of these protesters actually look. In fact, I think we're gonna name this one Mahmoud Khalil. Sounds like one of those names written in a kind of wire. Explosive joke. There we go, Mahmoud Khalil there. Just make him out to be nice and green, and don't forget to mix a little bit of that brown in there. The same people supporting this thing are the same ones that talk about women's and gay rights, yet there's a reason that so many of them want to go to Gaza right now, because there's no buildings to throw them off of. Yowza. Weird. I'm totally baked again. TryShellShock.com, subtle plug. I'm gonna go ahead and take some of this righteous red and put it on this canvas right here. Righteous red for the long schlong of justice from the great old US of A. That's right, we're back, baby. Back with a vengeance. It's gonna be great. A little top portion here, kind of like a sunset. A sunsetting for so many out there that they're spending their last days in this great country before they head on back to the crap hole they came from that they claim was so much better than here. And speaking of red, kind of like Republicans, I hear all my Republican friends out there talking about how they're so excited that Trump's cutting taxes and all that stuff, which again is going to help the middle class most of all. But there's one thing that we have to remember: unless you reduce government spending, doesn't mean any difference then. And if you got the new CR being proposed by MAGA Mike Johnson, it adds $20 trillion to the deficit in the next 10 years. That's not fiscally responsible. And in fact, Thomas Massie out of Kentucky is the only Republican pushing back on this bill. Weird. That's right, Republicans. You're just as wrong too if you sit there and profess to be America first and wanting to help support the little guy, and yet you sit there and you watch as our elected leaders are lying to us about, reducing government spending. That's not true. It's not true at all. And if you actually look at these bills and you see firsthand what they're actually trying to pass, they're trying to hoodwink us. That's what he's got me for. And if you're using me for some kind of political guideline, you're screwed anyway. I just paint. And please explain to me, if you can, why you got the accused woman beater, sex trafficker, and rapist, Andrew Tate, appearing in conservative circles. That's a weird one to me. It kind of looks like a bald-headed schmeagle. He's got the top G. That's about as far as he can go in the alphabet from the looks of him. That's why I took up kickboxing, and in fact, it wasn't even the greatest on that either if you look up his record. I actually don't know. I'm just talking smack at this point. Top G is what they're going to call him when he's in the bottom B when he goes to prison for his charges in Romania. We'll see how that works out for him and his little pretty boy brother Tate, Tristan Tate. Both of them have blocked me on Twitter, JohnBurke39. There's a reason Andrew Tate's appealed to the young men of this country, much less the world. It's because they lack father figures, because fathers in contemporary times have been emasculated by these feminist liberal women. So now you have a lack of masculinity, and thus you have an Andrew Tate who's the emergence of toxic masculinity, the thing that you claim to fight against. So in reality, liberals created Andrew Tate. Conservative men see right through that charade, though, because as a proud Muslim as he claims to be, you're almost 40, unmarried, no kids. Yeah, you're not yet a man in their eyes, because it's a grift. That's all it's ever been. He sells online courses to young, impressionable kids to be more masculine. Guys, go join the military. Way better options. Next color we're going to use is our black righteousness. We're going to take this black righteousness and spread it all over the canvas right here in front of this green Hamas. I bet you're asking yourself, well, hey, John Ross, you put a little sneaky loo on me there. That's white, not black. That's right. It's kind of like that Congressman McBride having a meltdown because he's transgender when the chairman wouldn't call him by his proper pronouns. You see, I can call this black all day long, but it's really white. And people that actually try and do that, say for example trying to switch races, people have absolute meltdowns over that because you're trying to appropriate somebody else's culture and you don't know what they go through. But then why do suddenly those standards drop when a man pretends to be a woman? And I point to this green figure here because he's not really a man. He's probably in drag as a Muslim. And last color we have here is our blue bayou. Gonna make it kind of like a boat shape. That's it right there. A boat shape for the blue bayou, because that's where we're about to send a lot of these people getting deported out of here. Reminds me of a song my Uncle Jimmy used to sing sometimes when he was teaching me how to paint. I think it went something along the lines of jambalaya, crawfish pie, me oh my you. We're about to deport all you people down the bayou. Is le bon temps, you out of here. There we go. Gotta make sure this is a nice rounded blue there. A lot of blue coming together to go against this green right here. It also has the brown in it. All right, now for my favorite part of the painting series, we're gonna take a little bit of our freedom seed here and well, looky there. That one was advocating for the Khalid guy. Deport it too. Hey there, if you'd like to bid on this, we're gonna raffle it off for $1 tickets over at tryshellshock.com. Check it out there on the link. We'll post it down below in the video. But again, $1 raffle ticket to own yourself an authentic John Ross. Heck, I'll even sign it for you. So go check us out. Make sure you comment down below to help the algorithm, and check me out at kick.com/John Burke for daily videos and shows. We'll talk to you later.